Singapore's economy grew 3.7% this year, and Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong says the forecast for next year remains on track at 2 to 4%. In his New Year message, PM Lee also says Singapore has made progress in 2013, despite encountering what he called a few rough spots.
Singapore's 2013 GDP growth figure was in line with the government's earlier revised growth forecast of between 3.5 and 4%. And this has translated into positive news for workers. Mr. Lee said median salaries increased by 3.9% in real terms, while pay for the lower income group went up as well. He added this means better jobs and new opportunities for workers, even as the economy restructures. Mr. Lee noted, though, that how Singapore fares in the future will also depend on external factors, such as the performance of the European and American economies. He added that while the outlook for Asia remains positive, problems and tensions persist in Northeast Asia, and disputes over the South China Sea continue to pose challenges in Southeast Asia. But observers remain bullish on Singapore's prospects in 2014, citing a strong external economic environment.
External environments are really robust now. So we would have to make a very difficult decision, whether we want to go slow or we want to grow when the external environment is favorable. Because the Prime Minister talked about infrastructure investment, housing, and more inclusive society with social expenditure. So the money has to come somewhere.
Mr. Lee noted the government has set a new direction for Singapore domestically to have a more open and mobile society, to strengthen social safety nets and share the fruits of progress more widely. Mr. Lee said there's been steady progress, and he indicated more changes to come. In the next few years, Mr. Lee said the government will take further initiatives to address other needs and deal with new problems that arise. The Prime Minister also touched on the population white paper, which was released this year. He said it provoked intense response. Mr. Lee reiterated that the government is taking a balanced approach, reducing but not cutting off the inflow of foreign workers. He also touched on the recent riot in Little India. He said Singapore will continue to treat foreign workers fairly, but they are also expected to, quote, obey our laws and social norms. He said the riot was inexcusable. Mr. Lee expressed confidence in Singapore's future, provided nothing untoward happens in Asia. He said Singapore is doing well, investing in the future and transforming the country's physical environment. He called on citizens to nurture the Singapore spirit to create a better future for all.